Hey everybody, Pinstripe here. Welcome as the flares fly up into the sky to the First World War. This is the Dawn of Flight mod for Batmod, and we are here in the Airco DH.2, which from the outside is really not much to look at as far as airplanes go, but you know, things are different, and it is currently 1916. First World War air combat is a go. So we're going to start up our engine, try and get off the ground as soon as we can, because I mean, if you look down at the cockpit, it's not much to look at. We've got RPM, we've got airspeed, we've got our throttle, and yeah, we're just going to be trudging our way over to the front lines and going on an air patrol. So the first order of business is to take off. Of course, we have no flaps, we have no, well, we do have landing gear, but obviously it's not retractable. So just making sure that I am on course, because we have this aerodrome, but there's no real runway. You just kind of take off from wherever, pretty much. So we're going to get our speed up, keep our nose up so that we don't overdo it. And as we get close to, I think, yeah, 90 kilometers an hour, that's when we're going to take off. And things are going to be low, things are going to be slow, and yeah, we're just going to see how we do. We do have this machine gun dead ahead, as you can see. I think it's a 303 or a 7.7mm Lewis machine gun. So that's going to come in handy when we come up against these German fighters, because we've got a long way to go. Like I say, we're over the Somme at the moment. We're going to follow the Somme River over to said front line. We've got our comrades with us at the moment. And yeah, there's plenty going on down below, both within the aerodrome and the neighboring city. As with any flight though, it's going to be pretty much the same thing of trying to gain as much altitude as we can, try and gain some kind of speed, because the main thing that we're going to be looking for, as with every dogfight, if there is one, is said altitude advantage. But the closer that we get to the front line, the more that we were going to have to contend with enemy batteries and AA fire and the usual things that you expect to find whilst flying over any given battlefield. But like I say, this is the Dawn of Flight mod. If you have the Blue Edge 4.1 version of Batmod, this is how you can get it, along with the Jet Age and the Golden Age of Flight, which I hope to do videos on in future. But it's nice to kind of get back to basics and learn a little too, because my knowledge of First World War aircraft is somewhat limited. You know, I know the main ones. I know the Fokker DR. I know the Sopwith Camel, all those kinds of things, the Spad, and again, I hope to be flying those too in future. But this aircraft in particular was one that I have seen in museums, but did not expect to be flying in any kind of mission, because when you look at it, especially if I look behind and to the side of me, I mean, again, sight lines behind aren't so great, but we're literally just flying with wood and string and rope, and yeah, it's insane. And like I say, when you look at my pilot, I mean, like, my engine is directly behind me and there's no cover for me whatsoever. So yeah, absolute insanity. I mean, this was top of the range as far as aircraft goes for Allied pilots, or British pilots I should say, as we are in the Royal Flying Corps. It's not quite a Sopwith Camel, but it was designed by the maestro himself, Mr. Haviland, hence the DH. This is the Mark II, so improvements were made. But again, I am looking to learn as much as I possibly can through these missions, both in understanding, you know, how these airplanes handle. I have played a few missions before recording this one, so I like to think that I've gotten to grips with what I need to be doing, because the main thing with World War I dogfighting is you need to be shooting either meat or metal, so the pilot or the engine, because if I'm going to shoot at the wings, it's going to take a long time to shoot down a plane, because these are just kites with engines. So I've been flying for about 15 minutes now, and I'm only just approaching 600 meters off the ground. I'm sure there is a more effective way of flying, and it's going to take me some time to get used to that, but switching from World War II aircraft down to World War I, it's quite the substantial change, let me tell you. But we do have the river to follow, which will lead us to the front lines, and I'm raring to get my first aerial victories on the board, hopefully, and making it back in one piece, because I'd like to land this back at the aerodrome. That will be quite the experience. Alrighty, well the edit on this is going to be quite something, because again I've been flying for yet another 10 or so minutes, and altitude is slowly approaching 800 meters, but oh, okay, hello. I got a bit excited there with the camera control, but you can see there top left we have got German planes incoming, and they're coming right for me. And it's just like, well, what can I actually do? I'm gonna not nose up at them, because the speed that I have currently is all that I have, really. I'm just gonna keep an eye on their position. You can see that they are storming in here, but I don't think they're going to be immediately zooming in on me. I mean, they're diving down, but I think I'm okay. Maybe, I'm not sure. Yeah, no, I got bullets coming my way. We are taking a few hits. I am... Yeah, I'm the main target. I'm the main course. I'm the main meal. My question is, where are the rest of my friendlies at? So the dogfight has begun, where we went from a nice peaceful time to whatever this insanity is. Good hits there. You can see plenty of sparks. I want to be trying to shoot. Oh my god, he's on fire. He is done. First aerial victory confirmed. I got a guy. Oh my goodness. Alright, yeah. We can maneuver like an insane amount. I've forgotten how well these planes can maneuver. The last thing I want, though, is a head-on collision. So there's going to be a lot of cycling down. So waiting for him to overshoot. Both of them to overshoot, actually. All of them to overshoot. Hello. Again, it's difficult to tell when and or if your bullets are connecting. My god, this is just mayhem. Hello. Okay. Oh, I felt a bit of a rip there. Again, altitude is being lost quite substantially. But my machine gun's doing the work. Just got to stay on his 6. He's taking evasive maneuvers. Oh. Again, he is... Yeah, I don't want to follow that directly. The guy over here who's smoking, he's a bit too far out. Going down super low. I don't want to be going down that low. Another guy directly behind me. Again, don't want a head-on pass with him. Suddenly the clouds have cleared up a bit. Suddenly the weather has changed. I was not expecting such a sudden shift all of a sudden. Change our approach. There are more enemy aircraft coming in too. High aspect shot. No clue if I'm hitting. Good hits on the engine. There we go. He's done. If not still flying. Could use maybe a few more bullets. That's the big giveaway a lot of the time. No you don't. No you don't. Is that you'll hit a few aircraft and they'll start smoking, but it's only if you see fire that you'll know that they're going down. This guy is... Oh my goodness. Okay, he's done. He just hit the deck completely, so he's out of here. I'm surprised I'm even in the air at the moment, because it feels like I'm running on nothing. So I need to climb, gain more altitude, gain my speed back. And the last 5 minutes of this battle have just been very, very messy. Painful on so many levels. And in these kinds of positions, in these kinds of scenarios where I can barely touch 200 meters above the air, man, like I basically have to try and bait these guys into attacking me. I mean, this guy is, I'm assuming, trying to make his way home. He's the guy that I hit earlier, who I thought was going to crash and burn, but he never did. So we'll desperately try and hit 250 meters without stalling out. And we're roughly level with this aircraft, who, even though his engine is smoking so much, he still has this speed advantage against me. Again, keeping an eye on those guys that are in that mid-air dogfight to the right there. But I intend to get this next kill, and then it might be a case of we should probably get out of here. I don't think I can catch up with that chap over there, but there is this dude here. I think he's following him too. Oh no, he's going down. Is he down? I'm not sure. He is... Yeah, he's down. He was on fire, so that is technically a secondary or victory, but I'm not sure if it will count. He is still trying to get airborne, even though he's in pieces. He's just done. Well and truly done. Bullets, because I'm assuming that's a friendly up there too, even though he is smoking as well. So those guys are far away enough now that the odds are a little bit more even. It's like a 3v4, I think. I can only really get these two. So let's dive in. Some acrobatics. Maybe a head-on pass. Okie dokie. He wants to play. Ouch. I'm feeling it. But need to get gun sight on target. Yeah, he knows he's in trouble. Couple of decent hits there. Again, it's really just keeping this giant iron gun sight. He is smoking. I think I might have killed the pilot there. Unless he's playing dead. Nope, he is down too. I think that might be 3 aerial victories unless I get hit in the face. We've got another head-on pass coming in. A couple of good hits on his main frame. Another guy coming in here. Ow. Oh, elevator's been damaged. I cannot pull up too well. Oh, this is not what you want to see. Luckily for us, we are just in friendly territory, but I need to try and land here, so I just nose myself up, maybe look for a good spot where there's no trees. There's a lot of trees, like there's a road here, but there are indeed trees on the road. There's bombs going off ahead of me, so we're kind of in that weird in-between of no man's land, but also not. So if I can just... I can't exactly see behind me either. And landing this thing is going to be real tricky. I got confirmation of enemy aircraft destroyed. I am... ooh, again, just desperately trying to push my nose up here. I think it might have to be this field over here. We'll do a little bit of a ditch, but let's reduce our speed. Okay, that was maybe a bad idea. Oof. Lots of trees in the way. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're good. We're fine. We're fine. So thankfully we're on what is roughly flat ground. And despite the bumpy nature of this landing, I think we're okay. We are indeed. That was not what I was expecting. And I'm assuming that's enemy aircraft above. Well fought, good sir, well fought. Lots of enemy aircraft around. Goodness gracious. But that is pretty much it for this mission. So let's check our results before we get strafed. And look at that. 4 aerial victories. We apparently lost our aircraft, I assume, because it wasn't landed back at the aerodrome, but we have been awarded with a mention in the dispatch. That's wonderful. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Plenty more World War I content to come in future. Hope you can join me for that, for more missions in the Airco. It was quite the change from the usual type of aircraft, but I'm looking forward to flying some more.